All right, what's up, guys? So, welcome to the weekly market analysis, and of course, the weekly market analysis we're getting ready in preparation for the new week. So, as you all know, guys, we usually start from the economic calendar. So, and looking at the week ahead is going to be a very busy red folder week, as you can see. Herein, we will be starting on Monday with some Euro news. On Tuesday, we're going to be also having some plenty of Euro news as well. Then on Wednesday, we're going to be having some JPY, CHF, and the Euro news, as well as USD. Then on Thursday is the mother of all news, NFP, and of course, jobless claims and all other data that is concerned with unemployment, rather the non-farm payrolls. Then on Friday, we will be having some three-folder news touching on Euro and GBP. So that is it for the economic calendar. So at least we know on Thursday is a heavy news day. Now, we start off with the dollar index, and the dollar index, as always, is the index that shows the direction of the dollar against all other currencies. Now, looking at the DXY from the daily perspective, you can see that overall we are now we can say confidently that we are in a bullish move, because why am I saying so? We had our change of character here, a BOS and another followed by another break of structure. Now, looking at what we are having on the DXY right now, since the previous week, the just concluded week, we broke above this level. And actually, what you need to know is that this level has been holding for price at least since when? May 2025. This is the last time that price was at this particular level. And right now, we've already gotten some acceptance above that level. Therefore, it means that the DXY is heavily bullish right now. Now, coming down to the 4-hour time frame, you can see this is the level that we had that break of structure there that I already mentioned. And right now, what we are looking at is the price might be having some pullback, because since we are already on this particular level actually. So what I expect is just a minor pullback, not a major pullback, just a minor pullback. And we will be looking to take this retracement up until this 4-hour demand zone. So these are 4 demand zones that I already have in place over here. So, and this is where I expect at least the DXY to pull back. Give us a change of character before you proceed with the with the preceding uptrend direction of the movement of the market. So for DXY, therefore means again we can be able to capitalize on shorts, especially on the lower time frame. Now, coming back to the M15, you can see that already. We can see the retracement is already happening. Now, look at what the price is giving us right now. So the price is already giving us lower lows and lower highs, meaning that this is just a move to facilitate the pullback before we continue with the uptrend direction of the markets. So just to stay up ahead is that now for the week, we expect a retracement before we proceed with what? With the uptrend direction. And of course, maybe this might take the whole week. We don't know, and it's good to position yourself in the right direction. Now, over to Euro USD. After looking at the DXY, we want to look at Euro USD. Now, Euro USD is inversely proportional to what? The DXY. So whatever DXY is doing, Euro USD goes on the other side. Of course, it's all about correlation. So now, looking at the dollar, the Euro USD, we can see that the market has been making give us a break of structure on this particular level. Now, it therefore means that again we are also bearish, and the Euro USD also has been holding this level, or rather, the last time the price did a break was below this level is May 2025. Therefore, it means that the Euro USD is also very bearish, courtesy of also as well as the DXY. Now, courtesy of the bullishness of the DXY. Now, looking at Euro USD trading short term, or rather in the upcoming week, what I'm expecting again is a pullback just to the immediate levels of supply. Now, looking at this chart here, we have this first supply zone, which is a 4-hour supply zone, and again we also have the supply zone over here. So I'm looking forward to a retracement over this level, and if we get a very good bearish confirmation, then we can ride the price down, of course, to do another break of structure here. And what if this level doesn't hold? Because it's not a must for this level to hold. Then it means that also we will be looking to take our bearish confirmation from these extreme zones. So of course, going bearish. Now, those are the two most important levels that at least you should be aware on Euro USD moving forward for the new week. Now, how do we trade as the week opens? Now, I already have actually a position that I have been, I was into that position on Friday for Euro USD. It was a buy. The position was activated almost, I think, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. because I was really waiting for this retracement to ride the market up before we price mitigates this extreme supply zone that we have. Now, at the moment, what you can do is probably as the week opens, I'm looking at this trading range over here to make the determination of where the market is going to be headed to. So at least I don't expect the market to break this level. If at all, we're going to continue with a push up, which is a retracement before the downward movement that we expect overall from Euro USD. So stay up ahead, and maybe the market might react to the extreme levels over here before we can proceed with the upward movement. Now let's look at GBP USD. And of course, GBP USD is also closely related to what? To the Euro USD. So almost similar movements, only that GBP USD sometimes we might be lagging a little bit. Now, looking at GBP USD, what we are having right now is that the price is already playing around these key, we can call it a key support zone, because the price did not hold on this level. So right now we haven't had any acceptance below this level. So we cannot call it a break of structure yet. So looking at GBP USD right now, again, the momentum, the bearish momentum looks like it might be fading. And therefore, this shows that there is an imminent or, a retracement that is in awaiting before we proceed with the downward movement. Now, looking at what we have in terms of structure, not very good or pleasing structure, at least for GBP USD, I don't have the conviction yet. Probably we might even go lower before we go up. So, the overall direction is bearish, and of course, we expect this 4-hour supply zone to be our area of interest once price is able to push, to above this level. So, or rather, to near this level. So, I'll be looking to take shots on this level 4-hour supply zone for GBP USD. So, no counter trade movements on GBP USD at least for now, because I don't have a very good structure that is happening here. The market looks like it's ranging at the moment. Now, let's look at USD JPY. Let's look at USD JPY. So USD JPY. Now, price has been quite bullish for a long time. This is courtesy of, a very weak yen and a very strong dollar. Now, this bullish move was also, if you realize that, the last time I took a position on USD JPY, I was trying to short from this particular zone over here, which we had a very strong momentum pushing down, despite that we were in an uptrend. Now, this is the position, and of course, it was a losing position, which happened, and you don't have to force. Actually, this is just to show you that you don't have to force when the market refuses to, rather to goes against you. Now, I took that position, lost confidently, and now I'm not looking at shorts at the moment for at least for USD JPY, considering the how bullish the dollar index is. Now, looking at the current pricing of the market. But again, I think you can note that there's a very similar, rather, there's a very weird movement that is happening on USD JPY. For instance, this one daily candle swept a move for almost 6 months. I think a 6-month move was swept by one daily candlestick. So this shows that there's a significant something that is really happening on USD JPY in terms of the macro and the micro. So I think you need to stay updated on what's happening at least for the yen. But again, I expect maybe a similar move on whatever happened on this daily candle. I expect at least one push down before you can continue moving higher. But overall, USD JPY is heavily bullish. Now let's look at USD CAD. USD CAD. Now USD CAD, it's a pair that I love, but again, it's very hard to give retracements. You can see very smooth price action. For instance, from the daily, you can see it's an upward movement, very upward trajectory here on USD CAD, and we did break above this level, which is a daily key zone, giving us that beautiful break of structure. Now, looking at what we are having on USD CAD, and considering that on the dollar index we're going to be having a retracement, means that we might be having some counter trade positions at least until this level here. This is where I expect that USD CAD will be reacting once more. Now, why this level? Now, this level is a 50% retracement zone from this swing low to this swing high. So at least I expect some retracement at least until this 50% Fibonacci level from the daily zone before we can proceed with the movement upward. So now going down to the 4-hour time frame, you can see at least we are having already some bearish price action over here. But my conviction would at least be maybe once we break out of this level here, which is the last swing on 4-hour time frame going up, then it means that it will be really confirmed that USD CAD is ready to go bearish. So at least for now, maybe if you are to take any short position, maybe your immediate target could be this level over here, actually, which is the change of character from the 4-hour time frame. So looking at what we are having is if the new market open gives us a retracement at least until to this zone over here, or even to a deeper retracement, then I'll be willing to take a USD CAD short, at least targeting this level over here. Not until we break this level, then that is when I'll be more interested in more shots on USD CAD, at least to take advantage of the bearish price action, which is of course a retracement, as I have already mentioned. Now, almost a similar case scenario on USD CHF. Now let's look at USD CHF from the daily time frame. So from the daily time frame, of course, not a very good break above this level. I think price is already reacting on that particular zone. But if you can check and see, we already have price, very beautiful price action over here. Price doing consistent break of structure even from the 4-hour time frame context. Now, what I expect is that again, price might be pulling back before we continue with the long-term uptrend move. Now, if we come to the 4-hour time frame, this is a place where I'll be interested in taking any longs on USD CHF. So for USD CHF, this is the level to look out for. If, of course, you're taking any short positions, that will be against the trend. If you can be able, and if you're comfortable to take them, then that's okay. But if at all you're not comfortable with taking counter trends, then I advise you to stay away from it. Now, from where we are, actually, last week I was looking to get into a position on USD CHF, only that I did not want to take advantage of so many short over weekend positions. So I just took one position. Now, from where we are with USD CHF, this is a level that I'm really interested in, because in here we have a very beautiful fair value gap. Now, this is of course a very good point of reaction for USD CHF if at all you're looking to go short. And of course, always make sure that at least make sure your stop loss is above this level, because if price again breaks this level, then it means that that setup is invalid. So for short-term short positions, I think once the market opens, again, we have this Asian high over here. So this is the high of Asia from on Friday. So you can take advantage once price again might come back to retest this Asian high before we see a change of character from the lower time frame to proceed to facilitate that retracement. And of course, we don't want to take this position further than this level here on USD CHF. Now I'll jump to Euro JPY and GBP JPY. Euro JPY and GBP JPY. Now, looking from the daily time frame context, let's look from the daily time frame context what we are having on Euro JPY. So Euro JPY almost a similar movement with what USD JPY. So you can see price is pushing higher and higher and higher. Then all of a sudden we have bears, or rather the sellers taking over with one massive or two massive candlesticks. For instance, here, and again here. So the price is still very bullish, but again, from the price action on the 4-hour time frame, what I saw is that I was looking to go short on Euro JPY from this particular 4-hour supply zone over here, but price was not able to get there. Now, this is our last break of structure, means that if at all this level was broken, then it means it signifies a fading momentum in the bullish price action. So right now, if at all you can be able to take advantage of Euro JPY, I believe that this immediate 4-hour supply zone would be a zone of interest for you. If at all we get a good bearish confirmation, and of course, if that zone does not hold, then we also have this extreme zone that you can take advantage of to take advantage of that short price action on Euro JPY. Now let's look at GBP JPY. GBP JPY actually have been holding a position for quite some days. I think the whole of this week. And price has been, was almost eating my take profit and missed by what? By a whisker. I think we missed by, 5 or 10 pips, maybe 20, 20 pips. We missed the take profit by 20 pips. Nevertheless, I'm still in that position, and I am anticipating that by the week open, by the mid of this week, we should have that take profit hit, or who knows, if the stop loss is also taken out, then we are ready for anything. Now, GBP JPY, again, a very long-term trend going up. You can see we had the break of structure from the daily structure over there. And right now, at least I anticipate for a pullback going down before we can proceed with the move upward. So that is why I was taking, that informs why I was taking those shots. And that shot again was informed by this structure over here. So if you look from the 4-hour time frame, this is our last break of structure going up. Means once we had a break here, then it means that bears had already taken over. So I was looking, no, this is the last break of structure, sorry. Once we had a change of character, then we also had another break of structure going down. So I was looking to take price from what? From this move, move over here. So this was my position, entry level, stop loss, and take profit was just on the extreme, which is the sell side liquidity. So I'm still expecting this move to complete once the week opens. Of course, you can, I'm not sure if at all you're looking to get into GBP JPY, at least you should be waiting for a break of this level, which will be another break of structure before you get a pullback going down to the sell side before we proceed with the upward movement. Now let's look at gold, and then we will be closing with what? US 100. Let's look at gold, then we're going to be closing with US 100. So looking at gold right now, price has been very bearish. We took out this level over here, which I was anticipating, of course, to be taken out. So in price, we already have now acceptance below. Now, looking at where price is reacting, I think gold also still has an opportunity to go lower, because I think this level should not hold price. I am anticipating that this level will not be able to hold the price. So I'm looking for a break of this level swing low here, which of course is the one that caused this daily break of structure. Now going down to the 4-hour time frame, you can see very beautiful and consistent price action, bearish price action, price making lower lows and lower highs. Now I have had two beautiful positions on gold lately. I think last week but one, and still I am anticipating. Now looking at gold, what am I anticipating at the moment? Now what I'm looking forward at gold right now is we will be having a retracement at least to this level before we can proceed down. And if this level at all doesn't hold price, then we have this extreme 4-hour supply zone. Somebody may ask, why am I not marking this as a supply zone? So I don't expect this price to hold from here because we don't have any supply zone. It's a swing point, but we don't have any supply zone over here. So why am I saying we don't have any supply zone? Because this order block is not validated by a fair value gap. Thus, I'll not be considering it to be a strong or a high quality level, so I don't anticipate price to react here. Instead, this zone is most likely to be taken out as liquidity. Now, from the 4-hour time frame context, price is already showing signs to pull back to this 4-hour supply zone. So what we are having right now, even if you look at the 1-hour structure, is that price has already made that break of structure over here. The first pullback, then we did another break of structure. Now, looking at the weekly market open, so I'm anticipating at least price to get to this level over here, which if you're trading support and resistance, then is more of a break and retest model. And if you're trading SMC, ICT, or demand and supply zone, you're looking for price at least to get to the 50% of the fib, which is the below, which is the with the discount zone, to anticipate to take price higher before we can mitigate this 4-hour structure. Now, this will be a position that I'll really be interested in, especially probably by the end of Monday or Tuesday. So who knows? It's just wait and see what the market. Of course, we will be reacting to what the market is doing. Our work is not to predict, but rather to wait for the market to do its thing. Then we participate in it. Now, looking at the DXY, which is our last currency. I've also had a position, I think last week but one with this particular pair. So from the daily, price was in a very good upward movement, you can see. But now we did broke below this level here, which informed us that bears were taking over. So from the daily structure, price has already done a change of character, which signifies that bears are in control right now. Now, what I did is, because this was a daily supply zone, going down to the 4-hour time frame, of course, you're looking for a confirmation for shots, and I think it was from the 1-hour time frame. So if I can zoom over here, maybe you can see this position. So this was our last break of structure going high or up, means this was our change of character. And once price did that change of character on the 1-hour time frame, then I was looking forward for a retracement on this 50% Fibonacci. And actually, my position was almost getting taken out, but I missed by I think a couple of pips. And because I just don't move, and the market doesn't move me, so I was just patient for my take profit to be hit, which was hit after a couple of days. And right now, still, I'm anticipating that the price will be going to take out these sell side liquidity. And of course, once we break over here, we'll be having another break of structure then we'll be participating in the market once we have a retracement back to probably this supply zone over here. So we will be having a new supply zone over here. So for now, for Nasdaq, it's just to wait and see if at all price is able to get back to this level before we even do a break of structure. Then that's gonna be fine. Probably that one you might be trading it from the 1 hour time frame, but only time will tell. So, but that is my anticipation for US 100. Other than that, guys, if you love this content, make sure to please click the link below to join the Telegram community, where I will be posting, of course, daily updates of the pairs and the markets that I'll be involved in. Also, make sure to subscribe if you're new onto this particular channel. More amazing content is on the way. See you guys. Bye bye.